It's really important that we love what we do, and when we're in a work environment, sometimes it can be tricky dealing with different personality types and even toxic relationships. So we have a therapist, Wendy O'Connor, Dr. Wendy O'Connor, here today to help us navigate through. Sometimes, Wendy, you were saying that when we work in a job, oftentimes the toughest relationships are people that mirror our family dynamics.
Yep, absolutely. So thank you so much for having me. It's lovely to be here. Through the years of being a therapist, the themes and patterns that come up are toxic relationships, but especially in the workplace. And, a work environment can really be dynamic, kind of recreating our family dynamic, our family system. So if you had an angry dad or a depressed mom or an anxious sister, all of that is going to come out in some way with a coworker or a boss, a supervisor. Can mean different emotions.
I can imagine that, when things get recreated, and I've been in situations where we easily can get triggered and old wounds can come to the surface so fast, we can say something that we might later regret. First off, how do we recognize that this is showing up in our work environment?
So if you change kind of eating patterns or sleeping patterns, if you start kind of going to work and feel a little bit more tearful or anxious, or even, you don't want to go to work, so you're sick some days, you have a gut feeling that something's not right. And so you want to trust your gut feeling, maybe go to a therapist or talk to a friend. And, for instance, I had a boss and she was very nice, but every now and then she would have toxic relationships with people, and I thought, oh, she'd never do it to me. And then all of a sudden, it, came back to bite me, and I said, oh, okay. So I was able to set firm boundaries, gather my documentation, and try to do conflict resolution, but really it wasn't a healthy situation, so sometimes you just have to leave.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm hearing just be aware of it, setting good boundaries. What does that look like? Because if it's your boss, that can get tricky.
Well, often people will say, oh my gosh, I think I feel crazy for, this person either being obsessed with me or, kind of being mean to me. And also toxic relationships can be so subtle as well. So a lot in cyberspace too, right? So it can be emails, it can be, not giving you enough attention, or it can be just writing you up for bizarre things. So, you have to identify it, then set the firm boundaries. And also, like I said, if it's not working out for you, then maybe you need to disengage and go to a better environment.
So sometimes it just can get to the point, it's so toxic, it's triggering so much stuff from your past, it's just not healthy to be there anymore.
Right. And, often people stay way too long and they think, no, if I'm stronger, if I'm, better, if I am healthier, it's not really about that. You can be as healthy as you want, but sometimes the other person can be really toxic and even destructive or damaging to your future relationship. So you want to be able to work with an expert and work that out.
All right, Dr. Wendy O'Connor, thank you so much for joining us here today, and really, really great advice.
Thank you.
Thank you.